Right now we're going to be talking about the next step, which is going to be bolting the flex plate to the motor. This is a flex plate, and a flex plate comes with 6 bolts already pre-installed, and they have Loctite on them pre-installed. So we're going to take this flex plate with the bolt end, with the thread end, and the Loctite facing toward the engine, and we're going to use some tools to get this on. This is a 15mm bolt head, which will use the 15mm 1/2-inch drive socket. It will use the small extension, and then it will use the 1/2-inch drive ratchet to install these bolts into the head of the engine. We'll go over here, and we'll be putting these right here into the rear of the engine, and we'll be going into the main crankshaft flange. And so that's how that's going to bolt on. Meanwhile, while I'm tightening these down on the other side of the engine, Mike is going to be here with a breaker bar and with a 24mm socket, and he's going to be holding on to the crankshaft from the other side when I tighten. This torque spec is a 3-part torque spec. So what'll happen is I'll snug these up with this ratchet, then I'll switch to my trusty torque wrench set to 15 pound-feet, and I'm going to do these in a star pattern. So I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that star pattern would be at 15 pound-feet. Then I would do the same star pattern for 2 more incrementally higher torque specs, which would be 37 and then 74 foot-pounds of torque to get to a final 74 foot-pounds of torque. When I get to those larger torque settings, that's when we're really going to need the breaker bar on the other side. And when we're finished, the flex plate will be bolted to the crankshaft or bolted to the motor. End of procedure.